Summering on Cape Cod has been a family tradition for years, and there's some interesting history when it comes to vacationing in the magnificent town of Truro. Almost 400 years ago, before settling in Plymouth, the Pilgrims arrived in Provincetown harbor and stayed briefly before sailing south and sending a party out to explore an area in what is now Truro and known as Cornhill. The area earned its name because the Pilgrims found a cache of corn that had been buried there by the natives. They helped themselves to the stash and planted the corn once they settled in Plymouth. A plaque at the base of Cornhill commemorates the event. The present-day Cornhill cottages were built over 100 years ago as a seaside resort by a group of Victorian-age Bostonians. There is little wonder as to why the city folk chose this particular spot.
It was all owned by one owner until 1980, and it was sold by the people who owned it, who were the LaFrances, and they made it into a condominium, and now everything's individually owned. But there's all this history, of people who have been coming. There are people who have been coming here for 40, 50 years, and that sort of thing.
Not only does it have an interesting, meaningful history, but the location is heavenly. Perched on cliffs 75 feet above Cape Cod Bay, the views from this colony of cottages is breathtaking. The sweeping views of the bay and all the Cape Cod towns from neighboring Provincetown to Plymouth can be seen from this amazing vantage point.
As many times, as many sunsets as I've seen up here, I would never miss one. I have to run out and look at the sunset. It's like an event. That and low tide, I would say, are the two highlights of every day.
And stepping inside the cottage is like stepping back in time. Exposed wood, single-pane glass windows with gently blowing sea breezes, and uneven floorboards that creak underfoot. All of it, sun, sand, sea, and the sensation of many years past, is quintessential old Cape Cod.